Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just setting up. But I appreciate you being here already. All right, so just setting it up so I can monitor, but welcome in, welcome in. Um, Let me remove my brush from the table and let me, I think I moved, there you go. Hey Donna, welcome in, welcome in. We're just gonna play with some paint. We're waiting for the raid. Hey Vintage Vixen, thank you for popping in. I know, I know Jocelyn is on. So hey Kathy, I don't know if you're still here, but hello, welcome in, welcome in. And yeah, so I'm just setting up the system so that I can view it. And yeah, so hey Jess, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, so welcome in. We're just chilling over here. We invite you to be part of the art hangout. And remember to be kind. And yeah, so we're just waiting for a couple more. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad. I'm glad. And yeah, so what are you up to right now? Are you working or just hanging out? I am. I am actually also brushing my hair. Hey, Melissa, welcome in. Oh, hanging out. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. Hopefully you're having fun with your hangout peeps. And we welcome you to stay here and just watch us paint. It's very chill, very, no worries kind of situation. Trend spotter, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Barbara, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for popping in. I know Jocelyn's on, so you know, completely understand if you want to go see Jocelyn. But hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, so welcome in. So I absolutely know Jocelyn's on. So, you know, completely understand if you go back and forth and stuff. So hey, Connie, welcome in, welcome in. So welcome in. I expect that there will be very few folks. I also was very tempted to go see Jocelyn, but anyways, hopefully you can pop in and out and join us for uh, the our hangout. So um, my name is Lupe. Welcome into the our hangout. We have some very chill. Yeah, I completely understand. Uh, Bandit. Yeah, it's very. It gets up there, especially with some of her really fantastic items. So anyway, so I'm happy that you guys are here. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully you'll stay around. But so this is the inspiration. Let me bring it down a little bit. So, okay, you can kind of see. So these are the tulips that are behind the Capitol building in DC, but in front of the Supreme Court. Yeah, so I saw them and I thought they were quite beautiful, and I said, "Oh, I must take a photo." And so it inspired me to draw this. Yeah, sometimes it's better not to be there. Yeah, like what was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yes, yes. So yesterday I was watching. Oh, thanks, Jess. So yeah, so it was yesterday. I was watching the Heidi's, and there are several times I have no need for more stuff, but I was bidding on some stuff. So anyway, hey Amanda, welcome in, welcome in. So let me see if I can show you the overall photo, not photo, but like painting. Uh, maybe if I move, perhaps I should move the painting more than the phone. Anyways, but more or less, this is kind of what we're working with. And yeah, so anyway, so welcome in. All the good information is right here. If you have not purchased anything from me in the past, you can use that code. Or actually, not. If you haven't used any, you haven't purchased anything on Knickknacks, you can use the code to get $5 off of a $10 purchase. And so yeah, so that's the code. But welcome in, yes. So, anyways, so we are gonna paint this tulip. Like I said, it's inspired by the tulips that are growing between the no, not the state capitol, the Capitol building in DC and Supreme Court, and then the Library of Congress, kind of in between, you know, that place. So yes, so that's the inspiration. And hey, thank you, Vanessa, for moderating. I always forget because usually I'm the last person, so I decided I'm gonna go in the middle so that I don't forget. And yeah, so I appreciate you taking a look at my bin. Um, I am so I put a little bit of water just to water it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of it's glue all. Again, I'm just watering it down because this is very it's not at all transparent. Oh, I put too much glue. No worries though. And let me get a brush to just mix it because I did not bring my palette knife. But yeah, so I put glue. Acrylic paint basically has glue in it. That's what makes it acrylic. So I put glue and a little bit of water. Um, sometimes, yes, yeah. Basically, we try our best, and then eventually we'll get somewhere. I definitely agree. So the idea will be to paint the tulips kind of like a pinkish reddish color. And so I'm going to start off with like, this seems a little too light. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of red, not too much, no, because I don't want it to be like super dark. I want to use this red as the one of the secondary colors. So I start off with like, I tried to paint with three shades. I think I mentioned that before when we did the sunflowers. And the first one that I put on there is usually the middle color. Hey, Nick Nack, Jenny Wack, welcome in, welcome in. It wasn't enough, so let's put a little bit more. So yeah, like the first one that I put on there is the middle color, and I just remembered. I think I put a little too much, but it's okay. You know, it all works. It just means like, yeah. So I'll use like a lighter shade of like a reddish color, and then this color, and then like a darker. So it'll be like a deep magenta, maybe. So yeah. So welcome in. Yeah. So we're mixing colors. Super exciting, I know. This is pretty good. And then now we're going to work on. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, well, how are you guys? I'm a little frazzled. Um, just trying to get here was kind of a issue. so, um, and yeah, so but it's all good, you know. It's, so long as I got here, I saw that. Um, uh, you know, it's kind of relaxing. So uh, it's I think I forgot my other. Let me see if I have a dark green. Do, 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 do. I think I brought a black instead of oh yes, I think I have a green. Yes, thank goodness. Sorry about that. I moved you. I was trying to get to my beverage. You like to make a mess, so long as a painting mess. I actually like to mix colors. A lot of people say I'm having a limoncello, quite delicious. Yes, as Connie says, it all counts. Now, as Vanessa mentioned, the nails need to be done. Um, and I actually painted my nails with acrylic paint, but then I took a shower, so then it came off. Yeah, because I didn't have my nail polish around. Yeah, it's been that one of those days where just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so earlier today I had to deliver the paintings for the exhibit that's uh, running right now here locally at the local museum, and so, oops, I dropped the paint, and it's okay. Hopefully, I don't forget and trip up over it. But yeah, so I went to drop off, and it was just kind of a madhouse in there. Oh my goodness, yeah, but some fantastic paintings. I'm gonna try to remember to like do like a live there, so I can show you some of the paintings that some of the people were bringing. Just fantastic, yeah. Okay, so you tried to make a flower with crayons and hot glue gun. I actually was actually experimenting with that. It's so funny. Yeah, so I bought some neon crayons from the local store here, and they're neon, and they were on sale because nobody wanted them, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so I was heating them, but I was heating them with yeah, I was heating them with one of those things for the grill, the like lighter for the grill. Yeah, it was quite interesting. So I don't know whether or not that's actually going to stick. I was putting it, yeah. So I'm right there with you. Experimenting is great. So go for it. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the actually the with the leaves because it's always easier to do the background first, and then so when you're doing your flowers, you're not or the petals, you're not tied to whatever you already put in there. So like if I do the leaves and then I decide to make the petal a little different or whatever, it's still gonna work. And it's always better for the petals to be over the leaves. So I put a couple colors in for the leaves, and I'm trying to remember more or less what I was going for. I want to say this was supposed to be like a curl because that was kind of curl. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but I want the same sort of feel for it. So the lighter is on the top, and so I loaded the paint incorrectly, but that's okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started and go here and and so do as I say, not as I do. Always make sure you wet your brush before you get started. That will help you a lot. So yeah, let's see. And I did it again. You know what? I'm not tied to that brush, so let's load it correctly. I need a square one. Oh, here we go. I kept getting an angle brush, and For this one, this is probably too thick or too wide, but that's okay. No worries. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what knick-knack, Jenny-whack. So you melted it. It did stick. Mine's also stuck. But the question is, because I live in the desert, will it melt a little and then be an issue for the rest of my stuff? That is the question. So I tried to do a fix, like an adhesive spray over it so that it ties it together. So we'll see if that works. But I'm very interested in finding out um, what your experiment turns out. So, all right. So we set the lighter on top. So let's do that. We're going to turn this, and I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on the brush. I believe I did wet it. I hope I did. And then I put a little bit of the darker ones, and then let's see. Yeah, and just trust the process, as we've said before. Um, there's too much yellow, not enough green. Let's do it again. Anyway, so yeah, so today is my volunteering day. It was very interesting as well. Um, Trying to run from one place to the other was quite the thing. And and because my usual person wasn't with me, so yeah, trying to give directions, which is harsh. It was harsh. Okay, so we're doing one run, and then we'll do the next one. So yeah, but what time is it? So it's 6 o'clock in the East Coast. Um, I'm like super hungry, so I'm hoping that some of you guys have already eaten, have already had dinner. I Yeah, I was just running late, so I didn't have breakfast. And then so I got a pastry there with coffee, but it's not holding me. So then the other one should be the opposite. So we're going to go with the brush this way. And once again, we're trusting just the process. Well, eventually it's gonna work out. No worries. So yeah. Oh, you had dinner already? Oh, Jess, where are you? Are you in the East Coast or West Coast? So okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't made dinner because I'm on my own right now. Oh, the West Coast. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. So you've already had food. It's what, like around 3:16 right now. There, that's pretty good. Did you have a good dinner or supper? I guess it's more a supper, right? Oh, too much, too much, too much. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to put color down, and then we'll worry about second layers after. And then, oh, fantastic! I love it. I Yeah, I'm thinking I might make like some potato soup or something, some spicy potato soup. for dinner. We'll see. But yeah, okay. So we did that one. This one curls a little, so this one's gonna be lighter, darker there. So just gonna set this one aside so that I don't just waste that paint. I'll grab. See. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you for stopping by and saying hello to us. So, uh, good luck at work. Let's see. We're going to, hopefully, that's not going to be too. Hey, Karen, come on in, come on in. Appreciate you being here. We're just, today's all about relaxing and just painting. Um, it should be uber fun for me and relaxing for you, maybe. Feel free to, you know, hold on, let me, I just remembered something. And yeah, so Karen, what are you going to be working on? So stay tuned. We're going to be reading over to Karen in just a bit. And hopefully she can let us know what she's going to be up to. But if you haven't decided, it's, oh, shadow boxing. Oh, nice. I love it. Yeah, we said that this one's going to be darker and this is going to be lighter. Okay. I forget sometimes, and it's okay. So, yep. And then I don't have my usual music on because okay, and then it kind of curls that way. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that'll be good. Okay. And then we'll go. We're gonna have add a little bit of the liquidy goodness to make it more like a water acrylic paint. So we're gonna the middle one is gonna be darker and that one's gonna be lighter. Okay. So just yeah. So but I want it to be different from the other one. And it's not done. We're going to do a couple layers. So yeah. So I do a layer and then let it dry and then I do another layer. Um Before I used to do a layer and then blend, but I've been finding that as my vision gets worse, that it gets harder to do that. So it's so then I just basically try to do a layer and then another layer after. So then for some reason it helps me or it's easier for me. Okay, so it's not super obvious, but those are actually two leaves. And it's gonna be fantastic. They're gonna look glorious. Hey Heidi, welcome in, welcome in. I loved the Heidi show, the Heidi Square show yesterday. I was just telling Bandit a little while ago that it's so hard to like be there and not be on stuff. And even though like I have no need, I really have no need for more stuff. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Uh, but yeah, so hopefully, as you guys continue, hopefully you guys are going to continue to love it. And yeah, because having a Heidi Square show is quite the thing. And yeah, so I also try to pop into the oodles and doodles. And But yeah, became mesmerized with a lot of, a lot of the vintage goodness. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I think like you guys do really well at co-hosting. 'Cause not everyone can do it. Like I suck at it. I tried it with uh, vintage romance. Jory is fantastic. It just I'm not a great co-host because I want to talk at the wrong time or whatever. But you guys were able to like be able to chat back and forth, and it was clear we could follow the conversation. It was I loved it. Yeah, definitely. You guys are a good duo. Not everyone can do it. You guys can, and it was quite enjoyable. So I'm sorry. Yes. And then the system, it's like a sort of a Zoom kind of technology where like the newest person talking, the microphone will pick them up first. So whomever was already speaking, their thought kind of gets muffled. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a fan of that kind of technology, but it's okay. It's I know that I'm not gonna co-host because it's too hard. Yeah, I know, but I totally appreciate having being able to try it out. It was quite fun. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys keep it up because it's doable. So right now I'm just I wasn't even thinking about this. I just added color. Wasn't thinking about the color. Just did. So I think I need to. Um, I forgot what kind of leaf that was, whether it was curled or not. We're just gonna add some stripes. You know how like the tulip. So we're painting a tulip, and it's a tulip based on a photograph that I took of tulips that are growing um, between the Capitol building and the Supreme Court and the Library of Congress. There's like this middle part where there's a ton of them growing. They're all red, beautiful, beautiful tulips. And I thought, oh gosh, I have to photograph it. And I got tired of my glowy, my glowy goodness that I was working on earlier for the exhibit locally. I did a lot of very glowy, glowy, glowy stuff. And so then my eyes probably needed a rest. And so, I decided I was going to work on a flower. So here you go. Let's see. We're going to do another dark flower in the background. We'll just let's add some color to the stem. Okay. Welcome in, Sassy Granny. Oh, nice. Very sassy. All right. So I'm thinking it's going to have a little bit darker here and then lighter than there. Okay. And then a little bit of highlight. So I think I can go back to this one so that I can take advantage of the paint. Oops, that was too much, too much, too much. But no worries. Not afraid of the finger painting. No worries. But yeah, so hey, Deb, welcome in. I appreciate you being here. We're just gonna chillax, relax, in other words, um, and just keep it chill. We're gonna in I don't know, 20 minutes have passed, perhaps, in about 40 minutes or so, or maybe 35 ish. We're going to visit Era's Design, Karen. She's going to be working on a fantastic shadow box. I'm excited for that, so please stay tuned for that. Let's see if that goes, if that's dark, then that should be, and then, okay. No, they had too much yellow. Didn't realize that. Yeah. So that's going to be the one behind this one. But welcome in, everybody. I don't know. I don't know what Jocelyn is up to right now. Hopefully everything's well over there. Yes. And yeah, so I am relaxing a little bit. I was a little stressed out when I started. Um, yeah, having different people, uh, like you, having them be in charge, and they don't know what they're doing or whatever, stresses the heck out of me. Oh my god. Sorry. I actually said that word and I try not to say that word. But yeah. Anyways. It's not a bad word. It's just I shouldn't use it all the time. Yeah. So let me tell you a story because otherwise I am gonna just paint and forget all about you guys. Anyway, so last time I was talking about during the Freaky Friday, or letting your freak flag fly event on knickknacks. I started talking about sort of like embarrassing moments, right? And I've had quite a few, but I don't sweat it. It's a whatever kind of situation. But anyways, one time, uh, so when I was working for the Girl Scouts, we would go to different conferences. One of them, or also different meetings as well, like the annual meeting and some other stuff. Anyways, so we went to one of the annual meetings, and it was an invite only event. So and it was a dinner with like high profile folks. And thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate it. I love the um, mandala that you're working on. I'm excited to get my toolkit to be able to play with it. I'm not gonna do a mandala, but I figured that I make a lot of like little dots on my art, so I'm thinking that that's actually gonna be super helpful for the my art. Because usually I just use like the bottom of a paintbrush or whatever, sometimes a paintbrush or squeeze bottle, whatever I have in front of me, I use. So hopefully that brings me to the next level. But yes. So we went to this event, and like I said, it was invite only. We're supposed to get all dressed up, right? Lupe doesn't really get dressed up, but I figured, okay, I'm there. Let's do it. And so it was Joanne, who's she was the CEO of the Girl Scouts, It was Nancy. She was the president of the board, and myself heading down to this event. And so we were all looking fine, like wearing our best clothes, wearing our heels. We had our hair did. We did our hair. Yeah, it was the whole thing, right? So we were walking down, and mind you, Nancy is the CFO of a multinational company. Like, yeah, so definitely not my level. She was next level, and obviously Joanne, who was our CEO, was is not, you know, not driving a Pinto. You worry about where the story's going. It's funny. It's super funny. So anyway, so we go down to the and for some reason we didn't talk to each other. We didn't say, "Hey, we're all gonna wear the same color," but we were wearing blue, like different shades of blue outfits. It just worked out. We didn't talk to each other about what we were gonna wear. We just knew we needed to wear not like pants and like whatever. Anyways, so I was wearing more not like a gown. I was wearing more like a cocktail dress, but still gownish to me. And and we're from California, okay, so it's not like it's not like New Mexico. So we go down now. When we enter the gala, people confuse us for staff, like waiters and stuff or waitresses. Yeah, so it was super funny because uh, here you have Nancy, who's like a multimillionaire. She's not. I don't think she was a billionaire, but I think she's definitely a multi-millionaire. Being asked to wait on people. It was funny, and we all laughed. We could have been embarrassed or whatever, but we we all laughed. So, how is it that we look like wait staff? But she was super kind. I mean, she was asked to get a beverage, and she did. But we laughed about it. It was funny. Yeah, she's probably like one of the people, like the most down to earth uh, individuals that I've ever come across who could have been like not kind. I mean, she was like she was like definitely down to business kind of a person, but she did it in like kind way. Her expectations of everybody were high, but she wasn't gonna like chew you out in front of everybody or anything. So yeah, but yeah, it was super funny. We've had some really funny things happen. Also, one time we did an event in Acapulco. Um, was it Acapulco? No, no, it was Cancun. It was Cancun, and yeah, and so a tornado was it? No, hurricane um, interrupted the proceedings. Yeah, definitely. Anytime you went where Nancy was going to be, you knew something was going to happen. Uh, yeah, but she was super nice. I mean, and she started off as like, I mean, she worked her way up. So, yeah, yeah. I've only been in danger of a hurricane twice. I don't get how people can live in areas where that's like a thing. Yeah, I was like freaked out because, you know, I mean, the dust storms that come here or that are around here, they're pretty powerful. They can be like 50 to 70 miles per hour winds and stuff. So they lift stuff, but like smaller things. They're not going to lift like your vehicle and stuff. So some, yes. So some I do, not all. There is definitely like, for example, I have a friend. Her name is Daniela. Uh, she was one of the staff members of one of the departments that I oversaw. Anyways, she's actually living right now in Mexico. She retired at the same time that I did because we both qualified. We had both been working with the Girl Scout for a certain number of years, and yeah. So when the mergers happened, there are certain staff we wanted to keep, and Daniela was actually definitely one of the people we wanted to keep. Um, but she also took the early retirement, um, because I mean she was also. I mean she's definitely younger than I, and yeah. So she retired at the same time, and then who else? On Kathy, I keep in touch with Kathy as well. And let's see who else. I mean, we have a YouTube, not a YouTube. We have a chat. What is it? An Instagram. Not, it's not on Instagram. I want to say it's like a Facebook connected type thing. Yeah. So we we all participate in stuff. So I guess overall, there's probably like about 20 of them who are still actively participating, and then there's others who are like, they every so often they'll chime in, but not super active. We've had staff who passed on, um, and we've also had great things where like very young staff are now like beginning to be to have kids and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's been pretty good. And the ones that I wish I had kept better into better contact with, are the ladies out there in the Hawaiian Islands, because they're so like they're kind of like me. They're like out by themselves, and I didn't really appreciate it, till now, how isolated they really are. Because like this, usually you would have like one or two staff per island, and they were like super. I mean, literally responsible for pretty much everything on the island. And yeah, so and no, and I have not kept in touch with Nancy. I mean, every so often, if I go do something that's Girl Scout related, she might, because she's still connected. She stayed connected. She became the board member of the merged Girl Scout Council after, and yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, super funny. Yeah, but every time that she traveled with us, it was always like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But the good thing is, like, you knew it was gonna be kind of scary, but you also knew nothing was gonna happen to her because she was she was too uh, important for anything to actually happen to her. So long as we stuck around her, we knew we were gonna be okay. So I think I lost my way here. I'm just I'm not following my inspiration, but that's okay because that's what makes things more interesting. So, and my paint is drying off. So, and of course I didn't bring my but I probably should. Oh, you know what I can do? I can put some of this in there. It's gonna look kind of freaky because this is actually glow in the dark paint, but it has the same ingredients that my other thing has. So this should keep it. Sorry, I'm just trying to open it. It's very hard. Uh, yeah, so, anyways. So, yeah, so that was an embarrassing sort of situation. It was, we could have been all, whatever, but we decided to be, to laugh about it. Um, what other stuff? Yeah, we've had some doozies. Okay. I have the wrong paints. I think I grabbed the wrong bunch of paint brushes. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe I can do this one. No. Anyways. Yep. So. All right. So yeah. So we're just adding a bit of color to the leaves first, so that I can work on the petals for the flower. We're working on some tulips. These are tulips that were inspired by the tulips that grow on the U.S. Capitol uh, grounds, specifically the area between the Capitol building and the Supreme Court and the Library of Congress. Um, we had a meeting with the congressman who represents our area. So we were just chilling because we were way early. And so we decided to just walk around after. So we had a tour of the Supreme Court that was fantastic. It was set up by the congressman's staff. And then after that, we went to meet with him about like advocacy kind of work. Some of you all know that I work with AAAS, which is the American Association for the Advancement of Science, to try to make it easier for people in higher education to actually achieve their degrees, especially when they have disabilities. So we went to talk to the congressman about that. But in the meantime, like I said, we were going to be super early. Hey, Cheryl, welcome in. Appreciate seeing your name every time. And yeah, so there you go. I had a chance to take some photographs of some lovely tulips, and it was cool. So I'm wondering if I'm even painting on screen. It's okay. Okay. And then, so this one is going to be like, I'm trying to find some white. Oh, I don't think I brought any white. Oh, I do. I have a little bit of white. Very good. Hey, Mel Z, welcome in, welcome in. We're just chilling, we're relaxing. New again, welcome in. We're just painting a tulip, a red tulip. And right now, I'm just adding a little bit of the color for the leaves in the background so that I can begin working on the petals in front. Let me show you these. This is the inspiration photograph that I took. Yeah, so and stay with us because we're going to go to Air's Design. She's going to be working on a fantastic shadow box. So yeah, come on with us. See what she's up to. And yeah, Melcy, I wonder if you saw that the theme park signups went up yesterday I don't know if there's spots left. I want to say that there is, but I would love to see. Oh, you missed it. Aw. Would love to see you working on your figurines and upcycling. But well, hopefully you can. I don't know if you can sign up for some of the our hangout. Um, if you need a spot, I have some, so check it out. If you, I'd be willing to let you have one of them. um, because yeah, so I always love to participate, but would love to see other people also participate. And yeah, so because I can be painting and the screen doesn't have to be on me, but because I've shown um, same stuff, once because I'm building a kiln. I mean, no, I'm not building it, but I'm in plans of like thinking about building a kiln to work with glass, and that's going to be fantastic. Now I know that looks like it's like coming out of favor, so it will just be for my own, just for me, because I think it's fantastic, and just the maybe the danger involved because it's so the heat is so high, and yeah, like when you're working in the studio. When I've gone to work in the studio, I go every other Monday, sometimes every Monday, but most of the time it's every other Monday. Oh, and you sweat. Oh my gosh, you sweat so much. And it's like, I don't know if you've ever done Zumba, but that's how I feel when I go to the art studio and the glass studio. Yeah, it's like after a good session of Zumba. Yeah, that's how I feel. And so I know that it's kind of dangerous to keep doing it, going to that specific studio. So yeah, so I'm going to you know do the plans to like do the to build something here, and it's going to be really fantastic because um, my mom is also very excited because she can use the kiln for making gorditas. They I think it's called cuajado or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know, but it's like sort of like, how when you're gonna make cheese. Also, I do make cheese. I should probably do that in one of the lives. That would be cool. Anyways, yeah. So when you make cheese, when it first begins to gel together, that's sort of like the stuff that my mom puts on these gorditas, and they're quite delicious. Anyway, so she's excited to help me build it because she can use it for other things. And I'm excited to do it, for the glass. And you could do pot. I mean, you could do pottery as well in there, but mostly it's just for the glass. Yeah, for the my neighbor has a kiln, but she um, dedicates it for pottery. She does sculpture, and I don't know if I'm working out of screen. Didn't even realize that. Sorry about that. So in just a few minutes, stay with me. We're going to be going over to Area's Design, Karen, and she's going to be working on a fantastic shadow box. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at her shadow box, the shadow box that she did with for Alice in Wonderland kind of theme. It's just so fantastic. Was it her? Or was it? I always confuse everybody, but hopefully it wasn't Heidi with an eye. Because it could have been. I want to say it was Heidi with an eye. Well, anyways, but Karen also does fantastic shadow boxes, and so yeah. So stay tuned. I'm trying to get a darker green so that I can denote where there. Yeah. So then, yeah, because then it's my paint was too thick, and I needed to make it less so. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be heading over to see her. Hey, V Walls. Hey, Vicky. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. I know that you're probably looking elsewhere and also here, so appreciate you. Um, there's a lot of people on right now, and I totally understand that. So, anyways, right now we're just putting a little bit of a base coat, if you will, on the leaves of a tulip that was inspired by these tulips, or this photograph that I took of some fantastic tulips that are growing and were growing. Actually, that was that wasn't this year; it was the year before, and in DC. So yeah, so on March 14th last year, it wasn't as cold as it was this year in March. Yeah, because in March, I want to say there was still snow in some places, which was very odd. Anyway, all right. So let's see. In just a few minutes, we're going to be heading over to Karen. Appreciate you for sticking around with me as we head out over to see what she's up to. And yeah, so I think I'm much more relaxed because I was all frazzled when I started. And yeah, and doesn't seem like I accomplished much, but I put my green on most of the items that are going to be green. Obviously, there's going to be a more layers added to it, but more or less, this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is also going to be a little. I want to see, bring it down. Show you right there. So this is going to be kind of not greenish, but like kind of whitish, greenish with a little bit of red in the inside. So that one's just barely opening. And then this one is more of a bud. So that one's going to be kind of more greenish. And this one is going to be like a deep red because it's still kind of green. And then this one's going to have more like vibrant uh, shades of red and a little orange here and there. Maybe a little yellow. Should be good. So I'm happy to show you once I actually finish. I will post it onto the look what I made. Hopefully I remember because I always forget. But anyways, let me see if I'm going to see if I can. Oh, I don't know. I was going to show you some of my paintings in the background, but because I said that I was going to show you when I finished those and I forgot. No, it's this is blocking it too. Anyways, we won't do it because I am legally blind. I am bound to press the wrong button and send you somewhere else. So we won't. We'll just probably get started with adding some of the red because I think all my green stuff has a base, and that should be pretty good. There's one that it's not. So I'm just going to go here. Okay. It was looking kind of pointy there. So all right. So now we're going to add the base color. Again, I do three basic shapes of the color. I start off with on the petals themselves. I start off with like the middle color. Um, that's usually how this is too thick. So I need to water it down a little bit more. So I won't do that. Instead, what we're gonna do. What time is it? Let me see. Yes, it's almost time. Let me check to see if um, Karen is on. She's not on yet. No worries. We're just gonna leave it right here so that actually probably that won't work. But hopefully I'll get like a little thing that goes in front of the screen that tells me when she goes live. And yeah, so like I said, I just have to water this down a little bit. I'm going to. I'm gonna put a little bit. No, not this. We'll put a little bit of the glue. That was too much. I didn't see how much I was putting in there. No worries. But that should water it down. You are, yes. Okay. Okay. So let's she is on. Well, thank you all. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Amanda, for putting all this stuff together. Let me clean my hands so that I don't mess up my phone. All right, so let's go take a look and see what Karen is up to. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh, we're going to lift because I'm trying to see Karen. I can't find her. Karen, where are you? Okay. We're going to have to lift the phone. Okay. Sorry about that. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Okay. Trying to loosen it up so that I can lift it and possibly be able to find Karen. She's not there. Okay. So, oh, there she is. Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Besitos. I think I clicked on hers. If not, you guys know we're going to go see Karen Era's Designs.